a nice North Carolina rain. But unlike when we were in the apartment, we can actually continue working now, right? We are not stopped by the nice rain. And we can look around and see that the soap is nice and dry. We don't have any leaks, which is a good thing, right?
Well, yes.
All right, cool. Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of the Urban Homesteading channel. If today is your first visit with us, we want to extend to you a very warm welcome and invite you to watch any of our over 500 videos arranged for your convenience in playlists, as we are confident you're going to find something both educational and entertaining to watch. If you've been here before but you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do subscribe. If today is your birthday, we want to wish you a very happy birthday. So as you can see, we have started organizing the soap and making it look more like a soap. But in the process of doing that, we are certain items that we don't have a space for as the soap operates right now. So we are going to create a storage solution that can be very easily replicated and can be of variable size to start organizing even better. If you can look on this wall here, you're going to see a very crude way we devised to hold our extra lumber. And is it visible there?
No, not at all.
Not at all. So you cannot see it, but it's a very effective way of doing it. Because Elpida tries to be smart, assy. So stick around and we're going to show you how to build a very sturdy but simple to build shelving unit that you can put in any place in your house, in your shop, or garage. Probably not your house if you're married. That probably won't work. Alright, so we're going to use 2x4s and OSB board for this construction and nothing else.
2x3s.
2x3s?
Yeah, they're 2x3s.
2x3s because we're cheap. Our shelving units are going to be made by these 2x4 feet pieces of OSB board. OSB is perfect for this job. This is a dry area, will not get wet. Do not use OSB if you plan to put this in an area that will get rain or potentially wet, like a bathroom or something like that. OSB doesn't play well with water. So we're going to cut it, and what we decided we're going to cut it to? 2 by...
Yep, 2 feet.
By
across,
18 feet.
Yep. So
And
you want to be on this side of the line.
Isn't it right on the line?
See, no, it's not right on the line. And it isn't exactly 4 feet long, so we don't want to short one piece. So maybe we do it on this side of the line.
And we're going to use our tack saw for this purpose. Okay, yeah. Now we can secure it with some
Okay.
small clamps.
So we're going to get set up, clamp this in place, and then we'll show you the cut. Right?
Yes, absolutely. So we have secured our piece on the Pegasus with clamps, and we have created a straight edge. We don't have a track saw yet. This is a tool that we have in our wish list. So for now, we're going to use our trusty track light, and we're going to make a cut, and we're going to repeat this cut on the second piece, right? Because we need 2 pieces. Maybe we should have put them up both at the same time.
Is your track light?
Lift it a little. Doesn't look the same distance,
Okay.
is it correct? So we're cutting our piece. We cut it in half, so we have a 2 foot, right?
There.
And our biggest container that we want to put in here is 18 inches. So we're going to cut them all in 18-inch depth. And we make a mark here, and that is in 20 inches.
20.
So 20 is not 18.
We're doing
And that's
20.
not straight
Okay.
either. It's not straight. So you want me to make it straight?
Yes.
How much off is it?
By the time we get here, it's 1/4 of an inch off.
Yeah, let's fix
So
that.
quite a bit.
Okay.
Fix it. Okay, but we're cutting at 20 inches, not 18, just to be safe and
But there's nothing magic about these dimensions. They're just
Right.
it fits our needs,
Right.
right? I also consider making it double the width and put it on casters so be able to rotate it, right? Because the idea is if you put things behind things, you cannot see them.
Right.
So it's not an effective way to store it. But Mrs. Wizard did not like that plan, so we didn't do it.
Can you see good enough?
I think so. My bad. The two lines confused me, but that's okay.
Yes, right there.
All right, and now we have the correct dimension. This will be the final dimension of our shelf. And simply we have to do 2 more of this, and then we'll start assembling. Now we're going to start cutting our the members we're going to use for building ourselves. So let's put it next to one of them to make sure it's the right dimension, and then we. What is the laser?
What?
I need to fix the laser. It's off, you know, and it's right in the crate. Okay,
we'll use that board as our next measurement.
that's what we always do. That's fine there.
Don't cut your member, honey.
Yeah, don't cut it.
Can you make sure that I am ready for you to judge flushness?
Judge flatness, huh?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
So we're going to cut a total of 8 of these to match up with the 4 shelf boards that we have.
And we're going to cut 8 of the different dimensions to go in between them, right?
Right, but this is just the first dimension.
Right. And I would love to tell you that I'm that good in calculating things that this is what you want, right? Very, very little waste. But in all honesty, I didn't calculate it at all. It just happened to be.
It just works out.
Yeah. You need to go a little your way. Now come and touch the blade.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So we're going to create the deck. We're going to use nails to nail the OSB to the support members, but we're going to use screws for everything else. Okay, so this is correct here, right? Now it is not correct. Yes? Mm-hmm. 1, 3, or you want more?
We got 3, whether we wanted them or not.
Well, at least 3. The question is, do we want
Wait,
more?
please. Just one moment. I want to make sure I have this correct before you put that
Okay.
thing down. Wait. Put it down here. Good God.
What?
Very,
loud?
very loud.
It's not just very loud, it at you.
Oh, you want to move that? Remember? This is what that does. So now we're going to take the distance between those 2 members, and we're going to attach 2 more members here, right? So that we'll have total of 4 supports.
And it will be a box there.
Yes, essentially.
Okay.
This creates a very sturdy frame, and then we're going to attach it to verticals,
Okay.
and we will be done.
Yeah.
Okay, you go from inside to inside, right?
A real quick and easy.
17 and an 8.
Okay, and we need 4 of those or 8 of those?
8.
8 of those.
Yep.
All right, friends, and here we made our 4 shelves, and we are ready to move to the next phase of our build, which is to move the verticals, the things that will make it actually a bookshelf-like structure. So stick around, and we're going to show you how to do that. All
Want
right,
to show them what these look like all assembled?
like what? There's nothing really
Just the whole
exciting.
thing, because it's a
Yeah.
box.
Okay.
Just to show them. pieces to fit in here, and each one was just slightly different, so we measured them for each box, not just on like an assembly line. Right?
But not by much though. So
Not
was
by
just
much,
a fraction.
but it made a difference in the fit. Right?
yeah, but overall we did. It was pretty similar.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
All right.
So now
Next
the
step.
verticals.
Yeah. So your next step will be to cut 4 vertical pieces in the desired length. Again, your height depends on your application. So it doesn't make much sense for me to tell you our height because it is really dependent on the equipment we're going to use. I wonder if you guys can hear the storm that's raging outside. It's pretty cool. Can hear the rain in the roof. So we did cut them. They are all identical in size. In case you wonder, we did use 2x3s instead of 2x4s because again this is a SOP shelving unit and there is no reason to spend extra money for it. And also the same reason you use OSB, it will be in a dry place and OSB is in general cheaper than plywood. So we're going to show you how we're going to attach them now.
So this is the first 2 support members, the vertical members for this shelf unit.
And apparently I cannot. Okay. And now we're going to double check that this is correct by measuring. There is a personal preference here. You can still use nails if you want to, or you can use screws as we're using. We think that screws provide a little more strength in this specific application. Are we correct? Okay. We need a new battery. Even though this is a SOP shelving unit, we wanted to conceal this reasonably ugly connection here, which is the only one. In the front and back of the units there is nothing, right? Only in the side. So we are attaching the verticals here, and in the process we are using both the longest meat, we can use longer screws, and also we are concealing this joint. As you can see here, you don't see anything. Does that make sense? Now you can also assemble that on the floor if you so choose. We think it's a little easier to do it on the unit, but anywhere you do it, just make sure that the distances are correct so your shelf is going to come up straight.
So we had to switch to a power drill because we didn't have a battery.
And let me tell you, this old Ryobi seems to be doing very well. I don't even remember when was the last time I used it.
I'm not even sure I knew you had it.
Really?
Really?
I have it.
So it must have been a while.
I have a Ryobi.
Yeah, I see that.
I also have a Sears, not a Sears, RadioShack something. I have a router. I think it's Sears actually. I don't think you've ever seen it either. Are we correct here?
You have it or you have it?
I have it. I still do. I don't think we've ever used it on the channel though. So again, the critical component here is that you are you're making sure that your measurement is correct here. And even though these are self-drilling screws, if you put them in the same line, they will have a tendency to split your wood.
Okay.
But other than that, they are self-drilling screws.
Okay.
And now we're going to move it a little forward to attach the third, right?
Right, so at this point we have 2 of them attached to the framework, and
Okay.
we're going to do the next.
All right, and hopefully all of this stuff will be very nicely arranged into this shelf. So with the magic of video editing, we're going to be right back with you. Again, here is our finished shelf, and what we hope to accomplish is that we're going to fill it up with all this stuff on the floor and start the organization process of our shop. So stick around and see if we're going to be successful. Upon further review of the space in the office, we decided that the storage unit will fit better here than where we had it before. So we quickly moved it. It is kind of heavy, but it is not very difficult to move, right?
Right.
I had considered putting it on casters, but we decided against that at this stage. But as you can see, and if you want it, because of the way the studs are, you could tie it to the structure so it will not tip, even though it's very secure. I don't think it has any chance of tipping, but
I don't either.
if that was a concern of yours, that's something that definitely can be taken into consideration.
Okay, so we're going to work on
Right.
putting things on.
And here is our project finished, and everything we had on the floor is now off the floor, clearly labeled and easily accessible. And when I was looking at it, I thought it will make a nice space for my clamps. And I might put just like a strip of metal here, and that will make a better collection here, you know, and we can put measuring tapes and things of this nature. So it will evolve unless we decide to build a second one here that will come up to here and make it expand it as well. I don't know if we'll need all this space, but now we have space in the shop to bring some of our other stuff. We still have a couple of boxes of equipment that we need to bring here. So hopefully that will allow us to do that. So this is very steady. I mean, it doesn't move at all, as you can see. So this is an easy way. We build it this way so it minimizes cuts. You don't have to do a lot of cuts. And also, if you don't film, it is a fairly fast process. If you don't have a framing gun, definitely you can attach the OSB board using screws. We did it with the nailing gun because we had it. We wanted to use it so we can have a review about it later. And also, it was faster than driving screws in. I think, I don't have really much evidence, but I think screws provide a better fastener this way because they are not as easily to pull out as a nail would be. Where here we don't have that concern, right? Because this is all the weight is down. Mm-hmm. Where here you might have forces that might want to separate those two, so we chose screws. You could have feet on this. Mrs. Wizard suggested that. And if you are in an area like a garage that you might get water, that will make a lot of sense. If we have water in here, we have serious problems. This should be a dry place, right? And by not having feet, we just have it more stable. But definitely, if you build something that potentially can have water underneath it, you need to put feet underneath, right? And if you do, you need to put pressure-treated feet so it will not rot on you and the thing fall. One of the main reasons we didn't talk dimensions was because we built this specifically for our cases. And we did give a little more space in case we buy something down the road that is bigger or replace something. We could have done it all different heights, because here, I mean, we have a little bit of space, right? But that will complicate the design. So we built all of them so they can, each shelf can actually fit the taller case we have. And depth-wise, again, we did the same thing. It is up to you if you do that, but the dimensions are not important. I think it is important that the distance between the shelves is the same. I think it makes the shelf look better. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
But other than that, I think You need to measure between itself, or if you're building it right side up, you need to use a level. In either case, you want to make sure that they're all parallel to each other. Otherwise, you're going to have, what did we call that first thing we built in the other shop?
The Dr. Seuss shelf.
The Dr. Seuss shelf. We built one of those. We didn't want to build another one.
Well, the irony is that we did use a level,
Right.
but did not realize that the garage floor wasn't level.
We should have. All garages are built with a...
Well,
But we didn't think of that, so it came out
Thank
crooked.
goodness the shop floor is level.
The shop floor is level. At least we built it level. I haven't checked it since we built it, you know. It might have settled some. But in any case, we hope you did enjoy this episode and you can build something. Now, you can use the same techniques and using better quality wood, build the bookcase. It will be kind of a modern looking bookcase, but you can do that, right?
Yeah, this is very industrial,
Rough.
I guess, rough, yeah, because it is for storage in a wood shop. If you were building furniture, you could use the same technique, but you would want to use finer boards.
Right, and then probably finish it.
Right.
I like to match the shop. Everything is unfinished here and I don't plan to finish it, so this fits right in, right? It looks almost like a build-in. It was a build-out. See what I did there? A build-out. Is that a helicopter? All kinds of fun things happening today. All right, friends, this reaches the end of our episode for today. And if you did, we appreciate a thumbs up. If you didn't, if you did what? That wasn't good. If you did enjoy this episode and you would like to support our channel, it costs you absolutely nothing. Would appreciate a thumbs up. If you didn't, the other button works as well. Share, like, subscribe. Let us know what you would like to see in the future in this channel. From the Wizard, Mrs. Wizard, Elpida and the Urban Homesteading channel, we wish you a great week and we are going to see you soon. Farewell, friends.